con salami, plátanos con salami, plátanos con salami. Una cebollita con su yuca, una cebollita con su yuca, una cebollita con su yuca, una cebollita. Hey, 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 hey.
Hi, this is Ashley and welcome to Curly Couch. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So if you want to see how I got this blue kind of sunset vibe, then keep on watching. Hey everyone, I just want to give a quick shout out to Josie Reyes. I actually got inspired by her makeup tutorial, so make sure that you give her a like and subscribe and watch her videos. So I'm jumping in with my Ardell brow powder and this angled brush, just following the natural shape of my brow. As I stated in the last video, I just follow the natural shape and arch of my brows, only shading in where it's necessary. So if you see gaps, any places that need the powder, then you go ahead and place it there. That's what I do. I don't really add any length or, any other thing to my brow. I know a lot of people do that, but I just like to follow the natural shape of my brow. It's easier and I just feel like it looks awesome. Now I'm going with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Tan Sand, and I'm following the arch of my brow. That way it's more precise. And boom, you see? And I'm going underneath, make sure the little hairs don't pop up. And making my tail just as precise as I can. And I'm blending that out with my Beauty Blender. I find it a little difficult to blend out concealer with your eyebrows, so if you have like a small brush to use, I would recommend it, but if you only have a Beauty Blender, then that works too. Alright, I have my Ardell brow powder again, and just making sure that all the spaces are filled and my brow is as precise and as on point as I want it to be. My Wet n Wild concealer, I'm using it as a eyeshadow base. This is in the shade Light Medium. Blending that out with my pink Beauty Blender to start off my eyeshadows. Okay, I'm going with the Morphe James Charles palette. Yes, this is before all the controversy. I'm gonna go ahead and going with this yellow shade right here as my base and transition shade. Going with my Morphe E22 blending brush, and I'm taking a very little amount of it and just blending it on my upper crease. This is gonna be the base shade where every other color follows. And you can intensify the yellow as time goes on. You wanna first just pack it on, make sure you have the area covered in which you want the yellow to appear, and then you pick up more of that yellow to intensify that shade, which is what I'm doing here. It's little by little. You don't have to start off too crazy. It can start off with a little and it goes a long way because it is a very pigmented palette. Making sure that's blended so I can go ahead and go in with some more to intensify. Make it look like a real sun. Alright, now I'm going with this blending brush and I'm using this orange shade up here, and I'm going to use that right in this area right here, a little below the yellow, so that we can create that beautiful sunset. Like I stated, just a little at a time. Don't do too much because these are very pigmented, so you want to increase the color as you go. Making sure that's blended. And if you see that you put too much orange, you can go back in with the yellow just on the very top, just so you can still see it. Blending that in. Now I'm going in with this red shade right here, and I'm using it on the very top of my crease. So it's going to be right below the orange. Start off here, and then I bring the red up just a little bit because we're gonna add a little bit more color and we still want that red to show. So I'm gonna pick up some more and just make it more darker. I'm using this Eco Tools brush. It doesn't really have a number. I can try to find the set if you guys are interested. I'm using that same brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful hot pink shade right here at the bottom. So I'm going to put that right on top of my red shade, but I'm not bringing it up. I'm leaving it right where the crease of my eye is. Blending that with the red so it looks seamless. Blending that in, going in, making sure the pink is shown, but also that the others show. I'm taking this purple shade right next to the pink one, and I'm putting that right on top of it. Taking some more, making sure that it's seen. Same concept as every other shadow. So I'm using these two blue shades as my lid shade. So I was having trouble with this shade. I'm not sure why, but my shadows aren't really showing up on my eyelid. So I would recommend doing a cut crease with this, because even towards the end it was kind of making a lot of gaps in my eyes and it wasn't really a fulfilled blue look. So if you are doing this, I would do a cut crease first. That way the blue can really pop out. Then my other eye off camera. I'm using this brush right here just to go over on my lower lash line. And this brush is by the brand BH Cosmetics. I'm using my Tarte primer and I'm going ahead and priming. So before I actually use this foundation, I'm gonna go and use the glitter primer by NYX. And I'm putting it in my inner corner so that I can go ahead and put this glitter shade that I have. This is the shade right here, and I'm gonna put just that glitter in my inner corner just to give it that, you know, that different taste. I really like the fact that I did this. I just think that it brought it together, just made it look so dope. Make sure you get both sides. Make sure that both sides are even. I kind of overdid it on one side, so I want to make sure that both sides are even. Now I'm actually taking the foundation. This is a Fenty Beauty in the shade 320, and I'm going ahead and blending that in. Making sure it's all good. I'm using my Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 300, and I'm gonna be blending that over my nose, my forehead, and my chin, and under my eyes. A little goes a long way with this product. It's so full coverage, so make sure you use very little if you have the concealer. If you don't, you know, it depends on how much coverage you want, but I would always start with a little bit and build it up. Using this crop finishing powder in the shade medium, I'm using my Morphe powder brush, and I'm going ahead and baking and setting my foundation. I'm using the True Complexions contour palette and this Morphe brush, the first contour shade, and I'm just going ahead and contouring. I do rounding motions because I don't want that line to kind of pop out if I do it straight, so I just try to do circular motions, that way the line won't be there. Jawline and on my forehead, making sure it's even. Taking my Tarte blush in the shade Quirky, and I'm taking this BH Cosmetics blush brush, and I'm just putting that on my cheek. Now I'm using the Ofra and Nikkie Tutorials collaboration highlighter, and I'm taking this diamond kind of color highlight, and I'm using my highlighter brush by Morphe, and I'm applying it there. It's such a pigmented and beautiful shade. The whole entire highlight collection is just beautiful, and I really recommend it. Alright, now I'm using my e.l.f. spray and making sure that everything is set. Letting that dry. I'm using my Mile High Club mascara. I really love this mascara. I got it from my Allure Beauty Box, and ever since I couldn't put it down. Makes me look like I have falsies on, and I really love it. I'll definitely be buying again. Upper lashes and the lower lash line as well. Taking the same lippy that I did on the last tutorial, I'm going to invest in more lipsticks. But for right now, this is really all I have, like, in terms of neutrals. So I'm going to be using this quite a lot until I get my hands on some more shades. But I think it just tied the look together with the highlight and the inner corner. I thought it was just really dope. Hey, feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. So this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any questions, any recommendations, any constructive criticism, please just let me know. I'm open to everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.